Hello, friends. This is Larry with Rides Done Right, and here's a walk around of the 2016 Salem Roadster Show. That was our booth right there. We sat up and did interviews there. Look for those interviews on the website and on the YouTube channel. This shot basically starts right here on about an hour before opening on day one. So I thought this would be a good time to run around and give everybody a look of what the show looks like when there's not, tons of people running around. That was Greg Meyer's car, beautiful car. Yeah, that's worth a look back at. Look at the sign. The display is just amazing on that thing too. And that's the one of the promoters there, Greg, and that's his car as well. Um, that Malibu there was pretty sweet. I love these two cars. They're gorgeous. The two cars together look so cool. Very customized and just displayed beautifully. One of my favorite rigs in the show right there, that red truck, 1,000 horsepower. I did interview Bob on the show, so look for that video. I'd like to have the money to start making that little thing. This is a cool car. It was so much, that 4x4 was so cool in real life looking at. I'll do this kind of frequently through this video. I kind of will stop and do a circle around to really give you an idea of what how the cars were situated and within the whole room. One single big room houses the entire show. It's a really nice Mustang. I like those old kind of T-bucket looking cars too. I don't think I can get enough looking at that truck, so I don't mind that it circled around it a couple of times. I like those flat blacks too on that car. It's a nice looking Corvette. They bring their checkerboard floor. The sign there is really cool. Really loved these meters on every corner. That was pretty cool. I like that idea. Wonder if they'll fit on my posts for my display. I like that a lot. This is a gasser. Boy, you should have heard that thing pulling in as he was making his spot. That thing was loud and mean, and there's a mean green machine. I was told that was Steve Hillier's old car. Not sure if that's true or not, but that good-looking Super Sport there. I wanted to interview this guy and just could not find him again. I talked to him for a little bit about the car, the California Kid car. Really cool car, neat story. Hopefully get to see that guy sometime in the future. It'd be great to be able to interview him and let you get to know him. Nice guy. That's just got a good stance, right? Kind of everything going on with that car. I had me one like this. I have a soft spot for Chevelles. I've had several of them, and could have spent some more time. That man, look at the meat on that car. Well, that's what you do prepping for right before a show is you get this stuff all clean. That guy, by the way, spent a lot of time getting his stuff clean. Man, these two muscle cars look so good beside each other. Two very stout, good-looking cars. I'd love to take one of them home. I never saw that color combination on a GTO before, that white and blue like that. Take either one of those trucks. I like that red and black combination, how they do that. There's Dan Graham's. I mean, you're going to see a lot of that. We filmed right in front of him, so that was right behind, right in our shots, basically all of our shots in our videos. And we did an interview, of course, with Dan. Turned out great. Except I forgot his name. I was squirming there a little. Man, that car was wild. That green station wagon there. Trying to figure out what the deal was with it. What all the stats were. Man, I liked how he did the inner fender there. Painted down it like that. That was really cool. He removed it on the other side, then made that his signboard. I thought that was really cool. Yeah, okay, we did some close-ups of this rig. I would say it's worthy of a few close-ups. This rig has got a lot going on. So there's Joe Varillo's car on the other side there. Did an interview with him too. Great guy. Wore a fedora during the interview or something. I think that's what his hat was called. Man, that's a good-looking car. That car is so clean. That Roadster there. I like that red rig there too. Man, so many clean cars. They better be clean. They're at a show, right? I don't think you bring your dirt in. I mean, even the Camaro four-wheel drive guy spent time detailing the daylights out of it. There's my brother's Corvettes. Decent little setup there. That Mustang looks kind of familiar. We got one like that in the family. My uncle's got something cool. Man, I love those cars. That yellow and white on that looks really nice. Oh, we're looping back around here to get a little better look. Joe's car was real unique. It definitely was. It's hard to describe. He stuffed so much into that Dodge Dart GT. Look at those headers. He reversed them and comes up with them, then down to the front and out the back. That video is pretty fun to listen to what and how he did that. Okay, there's a close-up of the Corvette bicycle and the 63. And then that's the car I want right there. I'll take one. Can I have it? Hey, brother. This is a good brother giving you some airtime. Can I have your car, please? Mom always said if you said please, you had to do whatever you were asked. So, can I have it, please? Oh, yeah, he does appraisals, too, in case you... Well, catch his video. You'll hear all about that interview. We did like a 10-minute interview. Oh, man, I like that blue Roadster there. Hey, nice photo book. Who did that for you, brother? Oh, it was me. That's right. That turned out good. I'd say that was the star of the exhibit. Okay, back to this car. Oh, man, I like that car. Ooh, I like that red one. I feel like a little puppy that everywhere I look, I just start salivating and I can't get enough. I loved the grill on this car. It was like built in. That red one back there. Now, that's the way all cars should be built. Just simple. Whatever you need to change on it, you just grab your crescent wrench and change it. I didn't get a chance to visit with this guy with the three-wheeler. That was a pretty cool looking little mobile. I'm not real sure what the trailer, if it was being pulled behind this red car here. I don't think so, but maybe. I don't know. They had a nice display too, the glass display. And sparkles and stuff in it. I think this was I think it was a Phaeton. Better look at the sign there. Yeah, that was a Phaeton. Cool rig. A Corvair. You don't see very many Corvairs running around, especially as nice as what that one is. Now that is keeping with an old school theme there. I'm not saying I'm all over this theme, but at least the guy stayed true to what it was he was wanting to do with it. I like the two tones on that. Love that lower color too. Man, that looks sweet. I do remember coming up on this Corvette how clean that thing was. Man, that thing was nice. Two roadster buddies here. Old school looking. Putting them together. I could see having a buddy and going out and getting a couple of cars and showing them together like these guys. I didn't get a chance to talk to them, but I mean they're in this. They're sharing a booth, so you got to think they're friends or at least friendly. Man, those two cars are nice. That truck and pickup beside or car beside each other. I loved that car right there. This tan one. Man, I don't know if I stuck the camera in there or not. I don't think I did on this run, but wow, the interior in that thing was so cool, so custom. Loved that like powder blue rig. I kind of got chastised for how much I loved it, but it looked so cool when it was pulling in. Seemed like there was a lot of Bel Airs in the show, which didn't bother me because they were good looking. I mean, who gets tired of looking at a lot of good looking Bel Airs, man? Those are nice. I like that truck. It's a good color combination on that truck too. Stayed with it really nice. I mean, this truck just straight front, back, bottom, inside out, really clean, really nice truck. Man, it's hard to lose with that combination, putting good looking wheels and tires on a car like that. Oh, there's the sound thing. Russ Strohmeyer was in there with his sound trailer. He brings it in and plays music throughout the whole thing, and then does a little talking, tells you all the like special announcements. Oh, and there he is, waving at the camera. You ham. Man, that car was nice. I loved this car. I still never figured. I wanted to interview this guy too. I never figured out whether or not this was paint or a wrap. When my brother was looking at it with me, he said he thought that thing was paint. And whatever it is, either way, really really well executed. Done real nice. I like that it's got wheelie bars on it, and I bet that car needs them. I like this hammer finish on the roll bar. I mean, so cool in real life to see it. They had a tribute on the side. I believe it was to their son, if I remember right. Again, I didn't get to meet with them and talk to him about it, so I didn't get to find out what the story was there. A Kia, well, that's interesting. It definitely is a standout car. It would go in the unique column. Loved this car. Talked to this guy. One of the first guys I talked to, again, was hoping to get an interview with him, and I just never saw him later in the show. Huge big block in that thing. Massive motor. Big old tires to make sure that it'll get down whatever it needs to. I mean, I loved everything about that car. As muscle cars go, I think that was my favorite muscle car in there. That was the one that Daddy wanted to take home. That was an interesting muted color there. I mean, some people, you're going to either like this or not. I kind of like the muted color on this old car here. Hey, I seen your brother and your cousin right down the road there. You guys should have all like parked together. You could have been in the Chevy Bel Air Club. This thing was clean too. Looks like, I mean, I gotta say it's a Willys. It kind of reminds me of my brother's in a way, but I don't know. I don't know my old cars very well, so I would have to look at that sign or something to get a real read on it. That's a nice car. There's that loud beast. I don't think it goes around corners very good. I'm guessing it won't like handle the S curves at Laguna Seca, the corkscrew so good. Man, that was a mean car there. That silver and blue one. Like the nose on that car there too. Yeah, you have to look really close. I don't know if the camera's going to catch it or not, but it had the ghosted stripes down the side. You know how they stuck stripes on? I don't know if the camera's going to get it here or not, but they had stripes down the side of them. Well, he did it in clear, so if the light hit it just right, you know, it looked really cool. You could see it. Man, that had a monster engine in it, too. I'll take you. I've always wanted one of you. This was unique. You don't see that every day. Guy had an old Cadillac in there. Back to that Mustang. I like that Mustang too. Still like you, Mr. Mustang. But I seen like my favorite truck sitting over there that I want to take home. Let me have your truck, Bob. You got so many rigs, you could probably afford to just give me that one. Be a friend. This thing was called Ratzilla, which kind of like, or Rat, no, it was like Radillac. It wasn't Ratzilla, it was like Radillac. For like Cadillac, only Radillac. I think that was Russ Strohmeyer's rig that he's building, is what they stuck that in the show. Anyway, back to that Radillac. It's pretty funny. I mean, funny, clever, cool. I like this kind of thing in a car show. I like to see a few more of these in to just see the difference and see what people are doing with them. They're fun cars. I actually talked to that guy. Was gonna do an interview with him, but just did not have enough time. I mean, 2 day show, all the stuff we had planned in this show to try and get done was difficult. Hey, there's Vince Casanova. Vince, yeah, you're kind of busy there, doing his Wake the World thing. I like this. I like the concept. Old Corvette with all new stuff in it. So it had the new style wheels, which I'm not crazy about the new style wheels, but I am pretty crazy about that new style engine he's got in that, because those Corvettes needed to have something with some zoom, and I bet that car is a ton of fun to drive. And I bet that he probably did some suspension stuff to match it when he was doing all that work, so that would be a fun car. There's a Roadrunner. That baby looks pretty original and clean. I like the tonneau cover on that. It's got like a little scoop or something, an air scoop on it to help keep it down when he like hits 140 or something. Ooh, you look nice. You look got some great big old stuff in there. I bet lets you breathe really good and move really fast. I like the red accents in the interior. I'm not crazy about red accents, but oh man, I remember this truck. Ooh, it's called the Punisher if I remember right. And I mean, it looked like it could punish me all day long. I do like this truck. Sorry, Bob. I mean, I like your truck too, but I also like this truck. Oh man, I don't know how many ponies he's putting out of that thing, but look at that. Look at how serious that thing is. Give me a break. I have no idea how much he's putting out, but that thing is serious. Love that matte color on it. I loved really everything about it. I couldn't change anything on that truck. That truck was tight. And man, if you can see the sides of the wheels and tires, you could stick your arm through the back wheel there, and I don't know that you'd touch the other side. Man, it was deep. I mean, I bet my armpit would be touching on one side, and my fingers might still not make it across the other side. And it's not like I'm short, but holy smokes. Ooh, man, that was a clean car. I like that red one. I kind of want to do one of those someday. I almost did one of those this summer. Not did one, but almost got one. Saw a couple of deals on them. And end of summer, people sometimes they like to want to sell their cars because they don't want to stick them in the garage anymore. Man, just nice. That just would be fun to hop in and put down the top. I did get a convertible, but I got like a modern convertible because I don't want to like work on my cars. I just want to get on it, push the button, turn on the air conditioned seats on a hot day. Ooh, man, this car was cool. Totally custom car. If we sneak over to that white car, man, that white car was neat. Again, another guy I wanted to talk to about it to find out the details on it. Just looked cool. White with the red. I mean, trying to figure out how much of that was custom, how much of that was classic. I don't know that car well enough to know the answer to that. I used to know these cars pretty well. Although I don't remember seeing a Yanko like that, man. And I gotta think you don't just stick Yanko on your car if it's not Yanko. So I got a feeling he did that. This was the Mustang. Alan and I were talking about the Mustangs. I gave him the one in the back, which is nice, but I like this one. It's got 17-inch wheels on it. It's got this whole action going on up here, which I got a feeling makes that little engine that says something Ford Racing probably go pretty good. So I don't know. I think I might have enough power to get it done. I definitely, like I said, I like the wheels on it. This was that car I was saying. When it drove in, it just was a standout among all the cars that were in there. All the cars coming in, you see all the show cars. Seeing this car come in, man, so custom. And again, somebody I wanted to talk to, tell me about your car. What is the deal? How much all of that is custom? And look at those ports coming out the side, and just executed so nice. Wow, really done well. I'd like to have a shop that would house that big old car and still have enough room for my other toys. Wow, that's a big old engine in you. You got a big old engine. Guy's got a bicycle on the back of that truck. He needs that big old truck to haul that bike around. That must be a really heavy bike if he needs a truck like that to haul it, is what I'm thinking. Nice clean truck. There's the boys again. I wonder if they're brothers or cousins or just good friends, or maybe they just saw each other cars, said, "Hey, I bet our cars would look good together. Let's like go in halves on a spot." I don't know. Looks cool. I like that they did that together. It looks nice. They do that, yeah. Yeah. Oh boy, got startled for a second there. This color combination was great. I'm not a green color guy. Man, if I'm doing green, I'm doing it like this guy did, and with the black. And then look at that trim. That was real trim he put on there. Wasn't like painted trim. How it came in down the sides there. Wow, he executed this truck really, really well. That was a really nice rig. We were trying to figure out what this was. I first looked at it, was like, is that a VW thing? And it's like, no, that thing's too big for a thing, but we just knew it was a VW. This guy representing, he had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle tuner car. Only tuner car in the show. Same thing I'll say about the other stuff. I like to see more of these. It doesn't, it's not necessarily my genre, but hey, I remember I had, little cars that, when I was a kid, and I tricked them out. Boy, I digress. That car there was killer. I loved that. The owners came in, they said the black Bel Air, that was the first time they did it. Look at this. Now, going back to that thing, I don't know if I'm going to get any time to talk about that thing. It has a white interior. Safari type car. I can't really see going on a safari with that thing. Ooh, man, they stuck you right down at the end of the aisle so everybody could see it, and I see why. All in black. Nice display. I remember he had like a road carpet with the dual stripes. This car, I zoomed around on this because I had to show this. I just loved that car. It was just a nice car. Older couple came in. I think they said it was the first time they showed that Bel Air. I didn't zoom in on it where I wanted to. It had a Thunderbird back seat. Wow, I love that combination. Probably one of my favorite of all these cars in the show was this right here. Loved the white with the red, the checkerboard floor, the way they did the rail with the white and the white things with the black rails. Just did it nice. Yeah, oh man, that thing looks nice. There's not a bad angle on it. Wherever you want to look, however you want to zoom in, it just looks good. I'm not a red interior guy, but that red interior with the white on that looked really good. I think, isn't this like a old Ranchero or something? A Ranchero, I believe. Yeah. Got a friend that's got an old ranchero like that. We went to lunch in it the other day. It was fun. Now this was I was trying to figure out the color combination on it, because the people. This is a nice car, clean car. Boy, they really like their colors on that. This guy's. Oh, you're selling insurance. Can you get me a deal on some cheap classic car insurance? Oh, I don't have a classic car right now, so I don't need you. Ooh, love the story here. Carrie Vanderbeck and family. Man, that was a cool deal. He went out and built that car from scratch like you see in the pictures there. Turned out like that, and he gave it to his dad at his 60th anniversary. That was a cool deal. Neat way to go. This is one of his next projects there, this old Chevelle. I've seen that sitting around for a long time. Has the makings for something really good. A good, strong body. Light on the rust. There's a truck again. That was a cool truck. I was going to talk to this guy about. We did for a little while. He had some kind of a shaft system that sticks out the front of the engine. Was trying to figure out. It's not a four-wheel drive, but it has a shaft that goes out in the front for like a PTO. Maybe it ran like a PTO so it would lift the bed up or something in the back, so it'd make it easier for him to dump and unload that heavy bicycle that he's hauling around. Because God knows a bicycle can be heavy. The older ones are a lot heavier than the newer ones that you buy at Walmart and stuff. This is kind of what Carrie Vanderbeek is known for, is working on people's race cars, building them race cages and frames and making sure everything goes down the track straight. And I'm told that this car hauls the mail. If Carrie says it hauls the mail, it means it hauls the mail. So I thought one of my grandpas had a truck like that once, or maybe it was my dad. I can't remember. I was really young when I seen those around, but it didn't look that good. I think it was that color though. Man, that car there looked like an animal. Again, somebody I wanted to talk to about it. It has got all the roll bar and stuff in it, and the huge wheels and tires. It's got a hood on it. I loved how they did this. They kind of staged it up and up and up and up to go over that big old blower. You don't see that every day. I mean, they could have done that in different ways, and I like how it looked from the front. I like the color of that car too, black cherry. And I'm not a huge, you know, dark maroon kind of looking, but if you can pull black cherry off like this car, then yeah, I like that dark red like that. Looks red when it's supposed to, looks black when it's supposed to. Everything's just right on it. I think that's why they put the lights on their display there, is to make sure people saw it's not like just a black car. It's got some black cherry going on it. I can't remember exactly what kind of car that is right there. A Maserati? I don't know. Looks European, but it may just be like a Ford. I don't know. I don't know what these big black things are. Again, got to get to know my cars a little better. I'm guessing that's a Dodge. Oh, it said Dodge on the side, so that wasn't a very far reach for me to say I thought it was a Dodge. And that is a Ford truck. Guess how I could tell. See, I'm learning with y'alls. I don't go to shows all the time. This is the first show I've been to in a long time, so you see a lot of cars you haven't seen in a while. I don't know if my cars are. I think it's a MGB, but I don't know. It could be a Fiat. I don't think so. Man, that's a nice truck. I like the color on that too. Can I have your boat? At least take me out there and let's go play, Vince. But every time you take it out, you always got like a fleet of people with you. That car, big old V8 in it. I can't remember what kind of car this was. I do know it had a big old motor in it for what looks like a really little car. So I'm guessing it gets down the road, and that gets down the water. And he's got like everything cool you can get. That was it. That was the show. Now check this out, how fast the place exits. You're going to want to watch this a jillion times and focus on a specific car each time you do it to watch the owners come in, undo their little areas, get in their cars, and then drive away. Just rewind it, watch it, rewind it, watch it. I did a whole bunch of times. It was so fun watching them. Real fun. That was a show. Thanks, friends. Watch all the videos that are related to the Salem Roadster Show here. And subscribe if you haven't already done so.